No, thank you.
You will do the recap whether you like it or not.
Do we get a reward?
A session, yes.
I'm good.
Hold on. So after Garrick offed himself with previous / end of beginning session, Sin Mac returned, and we asked him how he's doing, and he was very confused. He said Sol asks him a couple of questions like where he was, what he's doing, and he said that he was kind of in communication with a dragon of sorts, but there wasn't much detail given there because he couldn't really figure it out. They then headed to Aindale, and Valakut asked Sol if he knew who this person was that was speaking to him in his dreams. Oh, yeah, in his head. Sol didn't really know what was going on, and then they all kind of went and did their own little toodly-hoos in the city. Selling some shit, checking up on some shit. Sol went to go to see if he could find more information on the different symbols or brands that people have / that were in the city. Alex and Cade went to go look for bag of holding components. Elro went to sell some shit. Sol and Sinmac went to the library to see if they could find more information on the symbol on Sol's staff. They sort of got some information about it having to do with like the seas and the oceans, but it was kind of not too much information divulged in the library. Sol then gave his conspiracy theory about all the marks. We're then gonna head out, and Dwayne went bye-bye because he's got to go raise a family. Very sad. But we are now auntie and uncles. And then they headed northwards for the lead that they were given, towards a cave where we were absolutely bitch slapped by Kate's sister. And then we had a family reunion, which was very awkward. But it is what it is. And then we got a name of the person who's in charge of the third group. It's Panoff, I think. Yeah, we got a vague description of him as well.
I forgot about that.
Right? Right, is your recording fine?
Yep.
Are you sure?
Yes.
And now Kate has a dragon sister who's going to eat it.
Oh yes, gotta add that little tidbit in. Okay. So, while you were all having a small little discussion after Colchis left, you do hear a bit of rustling in the rooms just outside the doors from where you are.
Yes.
If Tim could unpause the game.
Yes.
I have no interest in looking behind said door because I'm spooked. I'm gonna hide behind my friend. Somebody else can look. Bye.
Oh, come on.
Can we hear what's behind, like the? Never mind. No.
Rustling is in like clothing rustling or like footsteps or?
Just footsteps and clothing and stuff. Well, material.
Hold on.
Look at that lazy ass Sinmac asleep again. Fucking just dead weight, ain't he?
This happens every time after he meets a dragon, though.
He poofs.
So, like,
It's weird fucking timing, I'm not gonna lie. It is very weird timing. I'm not even planning it. It just
Every single
seems
part
to
of-
happen.
I'm gonna ask the dragon next time. he comes back.
Oh, it's the bot.
We're able to leave this room, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And there's nothing in this room of value.
Valix
No.
You're
just
gonna
randomly starts.
steal from your
just-
dad? Jesus Christ.
Valix
course.
just randomly starts to decide to torment Solyu by just making faces at him.
Oof, it was almost a nat 20.
And no, nothing really in this room other than the
Tubes.
large, yeah, the pipes
They did
and.
say that he was gonna, like, organize rooms for us, so.
I assumed we were gonna wait until it was finished and he was gonna come and get us.
No, he said you are free to roam around and do what you want.
Kata's gonna smoke.
I guess. Well, I can't remember. Did we actually? Let me just look. I can look at my sheet. No, we did long rest. Hey, because we got woken up.
Wasn't exactly a long rest. It was just you were getting healed.
Yeah.
But because of the type of heal, it's technically a long rest. But yeah, you will still be tired.
What time is it, DM?
It is 9:30 at night.
It's fine. I need 6 hours anyways.
I'll be back. I think I just got called.
Yeah. So yeah. So I would be also wait and see if he gives a reply to what I asked him. By the way. All right,
What
Ray.
did you ask again?
I sent it to you, I think, as a DM. Let me just check for you.
muting this channel. I'm just gonna look around.
Oh, bad. It's up
Also
to you.
follow you around.
You can roleplay it out if you wish. Oh, okay.
What, looking around?
I'll send
I
it
think
to
it's
you.
spoken to
don't worry.
Valix.
So,
Anything of
how do
value in this room?
you feel about what just happened?
He has interesting family history. At least we're not dead.
Yeah, I was speaking more about the dragon than anything.
Ah, well, I think it's a bit odd and mildly concerning that this void energy seems to be so manipulable by people.
Where was he, by the way? He's in this room, I think.
I'm just more surprised it's so prevalent. We haven't heard of it before, and suddenly we're hearing about it everywhere nearly.
Maybe I'd like to, at least at some point when we have time again and maybe access to a library or scholars of sorts, is ask them about it, because, well, it doesn't seem like a very safe energy or magic to use. I'd like to understand it better for our safety, I guess.
Say then the person that might know more would be Ethan, but he's about as forthcoming as a priest who saw Nirvana, I guess.
I mean, it's worth a shot. No?
Yeah.
And you shouldn't be the only one who knows. I mean, well, Valix wields it. The dragon is quite literally an amalgamation of it, from my understanding. A collection of... I don't quite understand how you make something from that type of energy. Anyway. But if it's seemingly so, it makes air quotes, common now, then I'm sure there are more people who would be able to help us understand it.
Let me put it like this. From what Ethan has told me, it's not common. And it's ancient. Like, really ancient. It shouldn't be common, let's put it that way.
Okay, so then the fact that we're happening across it more often is even more concerning.
Exactly.
Well, maybe then the first step is finding out how these people are acquiring it. Because if it is so ancient, where does it come from?
Your guess is as good as mine. Again, Ethan is forthcoming when he wants to be. He's got good pancakes, though.
He just kind of gives you that look like, okay, pancakes, great. Well, maybe we should ask him when if we see him again. And, well, to be completely honest, I don't think Valix is going to really tell us anything. But we could try ask, how do I say his name again? Your dad. You're not dad, your Robo-Maker dad. His name.
Robo-Papa.
Robo-Papa, that's what I'm going to call him. There we go. Ask Robo-Papa more information, since he seems to understand it.
Yeah. Might be a good idea, but at the same time, do we want more information? Do we want more of this forbidden ancient stuff? Well, I don't know if it's forbidden, really. But I would actually like to know some more.
Well, curiosity is always a good thing to have, to an extent. So I don't see the harm in us understanding it, since it's somewhat alien. Bonjour!
Hi.
Hola! Oh, well.
Oh, he's alive.
We'll see what happens then.
No, I'm not.
Anyways. Yeah, so I would ask fuck, I actually don't remember his name. Let's see, put it Chalkus? Whatever.
Calcus? Robo-Papa.
Yeah. I would ask Calcus in his mind to give me a bit more information of what he knows if he can, from what he told me already, to help with my amnesia in his mind. I'd be telling him this.
Fortunately, there's not much more I know. I didn't really get out much after that. My days of traveling were kind of short.
You talked about a few problems. You weren't fully sure about them, but could you just mind explaining what you do know, if there's anything at all?
She was very... how do I say this in a nice way? Paranoid of many things, including herself.
What do you mean by that, if you know, that is?
How do I say this? I'm not exactly sure how to say this. She always
tell if
felt
you're like,
that. No, this is the character. She was
yeah, I
always
can't tell.
feeling that
Sometimes.
something was out to get her.
Interesting. Then the settlement you said. Do you remember what it was called or anything of the sort?
Unfortunately, no. That is not something that I tend to remember if I'm not going to be going back there. Especially when it was that many years ago.
Fair enough, I suppose. Do you have perhaps a library that may have a book at least giving vague or just any descriptions or information about the place in the last few hundred years, give or take?
I don't think there's anything like that in what I have, but you can always go have a look.
I see. Alex would just nod his head and just start walking. Because that was when he was all over there.
Well, feel free, all of you, to choose one of the open rooms.
What's this room? I'll take this room. Bullshit.
Empty room.
I would go to the library, and I very much doubt he has it like you said, but what would I roll if I have to try and find a book about information on this stuff?
That would be an investigation check.
Okay. I'm decent at it. Advantage because Avatar is helping me search through every nook and cranny, and I get a dirty 20.
Nothing on that area too much. Mainly just on natural structures and phenomena that are in that area, but nothing regarding any civilization.
Okay. Do I get any fragmented memories, any flashes, stuff like that when I was talking to him, or when I'm looking for this book and looking through it? By any chance? Or no? Okay. Okay. I just put the book away.
Okay. I take it you all a bit hungry, right?
Ooh, food?
Nom nom. Nom nom.
Wouldn't say no to some food, I guess.
Any preferences? Allergies? Anything you don't like?
No. I like sweet stuff. If you're talking about dessert. He just kind of like awkwardly like, maybe that was asking too much.
Very well. And the rest of you?
Well,
I'm
what I
fine
eat
with any.
typically- What I eat typically doesn't matter, but I suppose something spicy. Val just shrugs. Not really concerned too much.
Oh.
Are there any? So the library. Are there any books on the gods in there?
Possibly. Also, libraries over there.
Where?
Not here.
Yeah.
Down
Question: with that 20 I got, would I have been able to find a book about the deity in question?
No.
Would I have to roll again because it's technically a separate book?
It's a separate thing.
Okay.
Where is the library?
Down at the bottom.
Paul's just gonna come with you because he's... He likes
16.
libraries. Zoom, 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 zoom.
There.
Give me 1 second, I'm gonna check.
Library.
Can I also roll to search for them?
Yes, you can.
Can I give you advantage? Because if you tell Sol that you're looking for stuff on the gods, that's kind of what he was looking at in Aindale. So he'll help you.
So, Alex.
Yes.
1 second.
Is that a yes to the advantage?
Yes, advantage. Kate, what are you doing?
Me? Oh, Wow.
Nice, Nat 20 overall.
Okay,
I thought you got an out one for a second.
Alex, you're able to find just some children's books pertaining to that god, but nothing directly tied to that god specifically. You can have found a book on deities, yes, including ones that you have never heard of.
Oh, come look at this.
Where's
It's
the library?
Waddles over.
at the bottom.
what was that deity you were talking about? Because there are deities in here that I've never heard of.
This way?
You mean the one? And he kind of like points to his quarterstaff.
Yes.
Oh, I don't know much about it other than it kind of being related to the seas.
DM, do we find?
What's in the book?
Yeah. Do we find anything about that picture? Symbol.
Yes. So you find the exact symbol next to the name Talos,
What?
god of storms and
Cut out.
seas.
You
Not
cut
you.
out for me.
Oh,
No, I know that. Cut out for me. My internet went.
it's next to the name Talos, god of storms and seas.
Okay. Interesting.
Seemingly tends to stay more on the lesser known side, doesn't tend to enjoy meddling at all within the mortal plane. At times he has been known to make himself known and step in a bit more than the other deities when it's something that he is directly interested in.
Any of the other gods in here that we're currently looking for, like Bahamut, I believe.
Yes, Bahamut,
Saloon.
god of justice and adventure. Malar, god of hunt and nature. Lathander, god of life and death. Ogma, goddess of knowledge. Saloon, goddess of night and moon. And lastly, Oral, the goddess of winter.
Does it
Can
describe
you
them?
pop that?
for
Can you just
anything?
pop that like down in like notes and
Ow.
outside?
Yep. There's no description on how any of them look. Just base descriptions on the domains that they essentially govern over, as well as the fact that none of them have a direct standing on what you would know as right and wrong.
Say
Would it
that
say?
again. Well, what
Um,
about right and wrong?
None of them have a stance on right and wrong. In other words, to put it simply, they are all true neutral.
Would it say why they would meddle in, if they do meddle? Would it say why they meddle in mortal
So
affairs?
some of them purely for pleasure or fun, others duty, and some just do not haven't been known to have meddled in the mortal plane. Specifically, Lathander and Ogma, those two have not been known to meddle in the world so far.
What about Loon and Bahamut?
Bahamut, there's just under it in very small writing, which you can obviously tell is somebody else writing in the book, and with your nat 20, you could probably just deduce it was probably Calcus. Holy shit! Please stop meddling.
I think if Soul sees that, he's just gonna like give like a little snicker, like a little like hee hee.
Elrol does the same.
And the saloon, stop ignoring your fucking duties.
Elrol actually cackles at that.
But Soul's gonna be like, that's rude.
Oral, just a massive question mark. Malor, there's a note of, where the hell did you go?
Oh no, guys, we have a missing god.
Talos, there's a very much smudged outline which you can't make out. Ogma and Lathander, there's just blank. There's no notes, as there hasn't been any known, meddling.
Well, this has certainly been enlightening. Do you think we should ask Marcus a few questions? I'm very much interested to find out why he would say Bahamut is meddling, and why Saloon is ignoring her duties.
Yeah, I'm somewhat interested in why he's said that as well. Maybe for different reasons to you, but yes.
I find it honestly
Although I
hilarious.
feel like I know why Bahamut meddles a lot. But anyway,
We should
Um,
make our way.
Cade.
This room looks like a study, DM.
It is.
Is there anything in here worth reading or worth taking? Just
While you are
something.
doing that, you just feel a hand on your shoulder. I
Oh,
take it you're looking for something.
right. Just repeat that.
I take it you're looking for something.
Oh no, I'm just walking around, inspecting the place. Just
Well,
trying-
you seem like the sort that likes making things. Am I right?
I find it very questionable that you can tell that. Have you been stalking me?
No, it's fairly obvious with how you have a lot of your gear that you seem to have made yourself.
Who says I was the one who made them?
Cade, was it? Yes. I have lived far longer than any of you here. I'm pretty sure I know how it looks when somebody has made their own items. In any case, I think this might pique your interest. He goes to this bookshelf and quickly just searches along each of the names before moving one of them aside and grabbing a rolled up scroll that was buried between them. I have no really personal use for this. It's not something that piques my interest. But it is something that I picked up in one of the old ruins a couple of decades back. As he hands you what look to be very old and decrepit blueprints.
Cade reluctantly takes it, looking rather annoyed that he's being given for something, but he just takes a piece of paper and just like, well, thank you, I suppose.
You are welcome. Food should be ready in the next 20 to 30 minutes.
I'll inform the others. He opens the scroll once Calcus leaves, all the parchments, papers.
Hey. Give me a second. So, what you find is blueprints that have been bundled together, so it's more than just one paper when you unfurl it,
Oh.
which looks to be an amalgamation of the weapon that you picked up off of the Steel Force person and
Alright.
a sword of sorts. However, a lot more finished than the pistol that you picked up. It's much more advanced and refined. Like, whoever made this obviously had been working on this for a long time.
Alright. And the other blueprints?
They're all just variations of the same thing. It seems to be multiple
Versions.
iterations, as well as notes on what could have been incorrect from one to the other. Yeah.
Ah, okay. So I'm assuming then the one of them is a quote-unquote complete version. Well,
Not exactly. All of them seem to have notes of error correcting.
Alright. He's gonna roll them back up and just open his jacket and put in his bag of holding, and he's gonna go look for the rest.
Hey, Valaketh, what are you up to? Is he even here?
Looks like he's still asleep. Anyways, I continue searching for more
was
books.
muted.
Can I
There he
roll?
is.
He's here.
He was muted. Okay.
Can I still roll before he goes for more books?
What do you want to roll?
I just want to keep rolling, see if I can find a book for what I'm looking for. Like,
One more. Nope.
fuck you, game.
Go.
So fucking stupid.
Valaketh.
He's just sitting on his bed, reflecting on things.
Oof.
Okay, so nothing you want to do.
Nothing to roleplay.
Okie
I guess I would just call out to Albril and Solyu because I did hear them. After you're done with that book, would you be able to hand it over to me? Something I have to look for.
Ah. Elmo passes the book to Alex.
Alright, then I guess, start looking through the book for what I'm looking for then, DM.
Hey.
Alex will just nod his head and thanks, I guess, as he just is looking through the book.
Is there anything specific you're looking for?
Yes and no. Well, I have time, so no real rush. It's a bit personal, I suppose.
Hey, I won't pressure you then. If you need help, I guess we're always here to assist.
Kate's gonna. Sorry.
Go ahead.
Oh, Kate's just gonna pop his head in. The bastard says food is done in 20 to 30 minutes.
The
Wait,
what?
what did you say?
The bastard.
Wouldn't you be one if you weren't made? Yeah, wait, wouldn't you be the bastard though?
Fair enough. I suppose that would be correctly.
You wouldn't be here without him. Maybe show just a smidge of decorum when you speak to him.
I would if there was any for to have.
I'm pretty sure if he created you, he can just disassemble you in various ways if you
I'm
have reason to.
fairly sure that's not how this happens, but I suppose it is a possibility, as it is a possibility for me to probably do the same to him as well.
I'll like snort and then just like, like your sister just handed our asses to us, and your
Jeez.
robo dad saved our asses. But sure, nothing hurts dreaming, I guess. Anyway, there's food, right? Let's go.
In 20 or 30 minutes, but sure.
I'm gonna stay here, but there's one more thing I just want to look for.
I think I'm gonna go outside for a little bit. Unless you need more help searching for something.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
Just a quick question. It takes an hour to tune to something, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Just checking.
Zoom in.
So, Jim,
Oopsie.
would there
Click the wrong
be
button.
a book on previous relics, weapons, and or something that got touched by the void?
That will be another investigation. Not from what you can find. You can find books on weapons going down a couple centuries, but nothing on that.
Well, then I'll gonna start making his way to the kitchen then. Or where are we eating?
Probably where the
It's
dining table
literally-
is.
Probably like over
yeah,
here,
it's
I'd assume.
it's literally probably there, yeah.
In that, like, in the interim of like 30 minutes, I don't know how to get outside, but Sol would just kind of be outside vibing.
Oh no, you don't know how you got in here.
I will try to find Kalkus and be like, can I go
Before,
outside? Well, how do I get outside?
so before I would leave to go for the food, can I do like one last check to see if he has any books on creatures of the void, rulers, stuff like that?
Investigation.
Avatar is just like helping me fucking come through everything, please. 18?
No, nothing from what you can find.
Damn, even with an 18?
Mm-hmm.
Fuck. Okay.
Spicy low, we're gonna find later.
In the time I was reading that book that Elro found up the Nat 20, did I find anything of interest?
Book-wise.
Hmm?
What do you... Okay, say again?
The book Elro found with that Nat 20 on the gods, and
Yeah.
deities in general, when I read through it, did I find anything noteworthy or important to my character?
No, pretty much all the same stuff that I've told Elril and Sol you also saw in the book.
With the Goddess of Winter, is there any parallels that I can connect to that person, or no?
No.
No? Okay. Dang it.
He comes around to it. So, Sol, he says you can get out, but food's pretty much almost ready, so...
I hit like, can you just? He just wants to know how to get out when food's over.
I will have to show you that.
Okay. Please and
It's the
thank you.
Doomsday Bunker. You don't get to leave.
Okay, he just goes around the table putting down plates with each of his hands. So, pretty much for each of you, he's prepared a nice braised, what seems to be chicken with
And
a side of some interesting vegetables. So he puts one in front of each of you. Valix, yours has additional what seem to be chilies just cooked into it.
Okay.
thanks him for the food.
He nods back at you before heading off again.
Where's Valakut?
Nom,
Does he not eat? I suppose he doesn't have a face. Does he eat?
Oh,
That's out of
yes, no,
character.
he eats, but yeah. Oh wait, you're asking out of character? Yeah, he.
I just don't know where he is. That's why I'm like, where is he?
Oh yeah, no, he's brooding. He's brooding right now in his room. It looks like.
For as long as he isn't being called.
Yeah,
Well, I suppose like if he's missing from like dinner, like Soul would at least try to go find him and be like, "You weren't
I mean,
fair."
we saw him. He's just brooding because he's getting help from a former member of the Steel Force. I bet that's why.
Soul would have gone to kind of like fetch him before dinner and be like, "Dinner is ready if you are going to join," and then he'd like run away, hoping that he doesn't get a reply telepathically. He's just like, "I'm dropping the message. Bye."
It would probably follow within not too long.
Whoopsie. I think probably like during dinner at least. Then I can hear myself echoing somewhere. Anyway,
Yeah.
but I can't tell who because every time I look at Discord, it's too late.
I think it's me. My thing keeps going up when you talk, so maybe we just check real quick.
Oh, and he's gone. And he's back.
I'm not sure if it fixed it, but suppose time can tell.
No. No, it's not fixed. I could hear myself again. It's not that bad. But at dinner, kind of Soul would ask. I guess who hasn't he asked? He'd probably see. He'd go to like Valix first, and then just ask him. Dude, by any chance, do you happen to have a mark or brand of sorts?
Of what kind?
Well, of a god, by any chance. We all seem so far to have one, and I was just wondering if you also had one.
Nope, you do not.
I'd say no.
Okay. Cade, what about you?
What does the mark look like?
Well, that depends, I guess. Could look like a variety of them from what we've seen so far.
Only marks I'm aware of are tattoos.
No, I don't think they come in the form of tattoos.
And I suppose I don't have one.
You're aware of all of them, though. None of them come as a surprise to you.
The two that I have are definitely what I'm aware of.
Okay, so that makes two of us that don't have yet. If you happen to wake up one morning with a brand spanking new mark somewhere, either on your armor, your weapons, or if you're unfortunate enough, your body, would you let me know, please?
Do I have a choice in it? That does feel rather personal, does it not?
Unfortunately, with the way they work, it is not a choice.
Well, you don't.
Thank you, random ghost from the fourth wall.
No, that was Kalkus. He's the one who spoke.
Oh,
I was gonna look at him like a.
I thought he
Care to
left.
elaborate? But what do you mean? That's not how they work. Do you have one?
Not exactly.
Do you know why we have them?
The fuck?
I'm gonna fucking kill my grandparents at this point today.
Fuck.
Give me a second.
That's
that a
literally that was like someone in the kitchens just going absolutely batshit. But they spilled like I don't know hot oil somewhere.
No, I've had too much of fucking drink, so they're bugging me a shit ton.
Sounds like a goat, not gonna lie.
Okay. Anyways, let us continue. Where the fuck was I? I've lost my entire train of thought.
That's not how they work. Not exactly.
Yeah, so I'll ask how if he knows why they have the marks then.
So, either you have been chosen to represent them, to protect you, help you, or the usual one. They just want somebody to pretty much pawn their jobs onto.
Of course. When have the gods been useful anyways?
Assuming the balloon is included in that last one.
Yes.
I'm sorry, that's just hilarious.
There's a lot more about them that I can't exactly personally share.
Why not?
They've asked me not to.
The gods have asked you not to.
Well, each of them has a physical form. You should know
So
this.
you've met them? Soul's like he looks both like flabbergasted and like slightly like, are you for real?
Well, considering they had to kind of check in on me on what I was doing, yes.
Not only that, so some gods do rule over people, so physical forms are not that out of ordinary for some of them.
Are you inciting?
Seeing if he's lying or not, but clearly,
He's not lying.
I'm aware
I don't
that
think you guys remembered. He did something with the boy. That's definitely going to potentially require a checkup. If that's what he did as well. So we don't know much, but yeah.
I'm aware that some gods intervene in the mortal realm to larger or lesser extents. However, if he's met all of them, who exactly are you? You can't just be a ex-member of the Steel Force.
Somebody who pretty much didn't like how life was. Unfortunately, others like to view fixing the errors of life as a way to create more chaos. On the other hand, rather would have that life live to its own extent.
So if you can't tell us more because they've asked you not to, then could you point us in the right direction of where we could possibly learn more?
Fuck.
What?
Probably the unwanted guest.
Yeah, I'm just saying canon that whenever that happens, just Calcus going cuckoo. That's what goes down there.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I fully believe that this man's a little bit.
The
What?
fuck are you doing?
He really has lost the plot. Your Robo Papa's lost the plot.
Yeah,
Doesn't surprise me at all.
just noms on the food, watches these show entertainment. It's fine.
This is him. This is Kalkus just getting random sendings from like people he knows, and like some of them are completely outrageous.
Not random people, it's the gods.
Yeah, that's true. That's why he's having such visceral reactions.
They were having a party and someone got too drunk.
Okay, sorry about that.
Are they dealt with?
I tried muting my mic, they kept on muting it.
Mad lads. Hey, listen, they're having a good time.
Anyways, okay, please say what you were saying again, because I caught none of it.
So I'll ask, so where could they look, or who could they ask for more information on why they have these marks if he can't tell them?
Honestly, they'll probably end up coming to you. they work in very weird ways. The gods are more like children, honestly. Not all of them, though.
Looks like,
Some
oh
of
my
them,
god, how could you say that?
some
Gives
of
you
them
that
are
look.
a lot more, easier to work with, so to say. While others are problematic.
Okay. He's gonna kind of give like, he's not gonna say anything, but he's gonna give Valak the side eye, as in like, you've been spoken to already in your dreams. He's giving him that side eye, but he's not saying it out loud.
Mm-hmm.
But,
Okay.
yeah.
So you've somewhat buddy-buddy with the gods. That is something I'm gonna need time to process. Is there anything you could tell us? Elro and I were curious about this void magic that you've, well, manipulated in a sense. Where does it come from exactly? It doesn't seem common.
It used to be very common. It's essentially the basis of all magic. Think of it as the starting point for whatever magic that you pull. It is a strand of that magic. Just
The origin point.
yes.
Of magic.
When it was brought into this world, it was split off into each of the types of magic that you know today, and then sealed off from our plane. However, there are some entities that help still pull that magic here, just on a different frequency of its original strength.
Abilities.
Yes. For
And-
instance, the sword your friend over there has is on the same frequency as the original, but a little bit more dumbed down. If that thing was to be able to manifest into its full form, it would probably be able to take out entire cities.
So basically, void magic in the wrong hands is disastrous.
Essentially, yes.
And how many more of the Steel Force would have access to such magic? Would you know?
They do not, from what I know and what I've seen. They have, however, tried and failed, and
He's not here, Bo. What?
He's having a fit again.
He's getting a really weird sending from Seluna.
No, this is from Bahamut. Bahamut is
up.
meddling again.
Meddling again.
oh my gosh. They tried an experiment and failed, and a lot of their researchers ended up dying due to the, well, I believe there was some void singers that had massacred them.
Oh yes, they were a tough bunch.
Huh. I was,
And where did
so
this
you've
take
already,
place?
so you've already encountered them.
At a camp that we found destroyed, there were some straggling void singers that we killed.
Interesting. Well, yes, they are essentially the cleanup of stray magic.
So they can linger. These void slingers can linger, or do they need to be
He's probably
somewhat summoned when someone uses such magic?
They are created, not summoned. They are essentially just a byproduct.
Okay. And can they appear randomly, or do they mostly more commonly appear when there's a very large magical surge?
Usually
of-
when it's large amounts of magic that has gone awry, but they do naturally spawn from various failed magic. Any magic that has surged, backfired, etc. After a while, it will end up coalescing and spawning one. Usually, they don't end up spawning on the mortal plane, but they can spawn here now and then.
Very good way to track unstable magic on the mortal plane.
Not that I know of, no.
Okay, well, thank you for answering what you could. He still kind of like gives him like a little bit of like a. I would like to know more about how you can speak to the gods, but I'll leave it for now.
In any case, I hope each of you are enjoying your food.
Aliketh isn't. He's just sitting there with his mask on, hasn't touched it.
Kid
Yeah,
also
it's too-
hasn't touched his food.
Yeah, he's too edgy for us. I would ask Kalcha. I would ask him what he knows about the Void Monarchs, if he's willing to share the information that he has on them.
Not too much, and unfortunately, that's not something I can share.
Let's see. Some type of pact, or even something impeding you from willingly or unwillingly share it in some fashion, I suppose.
Somewhat. In any case, feel free to roam however you wish. If you would like to leave, I can always show you the way out.
Yes, please. I'd like to be outside for a little bit.
You are old and you have much knowledge on many things, correct?
That is true.
But do you have any knowledge on what this weapon can do and what it is exactly? As I gesture to that massive ass warhammer that I've always had on me for a while since I've been keeping it to fucking find Ethan or Ethan.
So, that is an Astralium dual hammer. One of the original weapons used back in the what was it called again? The original empire that was on the world.
Is there any special properties, any drawbacks, any ways to manipulate the metal to be reforged anew?
Not exactly that I've seen. A lot of that knowledge has been lost to time. All I know is that they are pretty hard to come by, and there's very, very few people that even know of their existence.
I see. With your magic, would you be able to perhaps inscribe a rune of some sort just to lessen the weight of it?
No, I do not have any magic like that.
A pity.
My magic is more on the side of creating and keeping life.
I see.
Probably why one of the deities decided to look in on me, as well as inform the others. But yes.
Would that have been Lathander
Most-
by any chance?
Yes.
Yeah, I was gonna say yeah, God of Life or Death, I'd assume.
That it would have been.
I'm assuming the god of, or goddess of knowledge as well, checks in on you, perhaps to see how you have all this knowledge.
They both do from time to time. To be honest, it's a bit of a nuisance, but whatever. They can do what they want. They haven't impeded anything.
I'm too cool to care.
Does Valek say that?
No, what the fuck? Why would I ever say that?
just asking.
That's way too out of character. What?
A narcissist doesn't say what they're thinking. And he's the textbook example. In any case, probably not good to go outside right now. Late at night is normally a very dangerous time in this area.
And you don't have any like windows or anything like that, I suppose.
No. Just the ventilation that I've made sure to install here.
Yeah, no, that's not what I'm looking for. But if you say we shouldn't go outside, then I will obey that. I'll stay inside.
In any case, is there anything else any of you would like to know?
Yes. I have a number of questions.
Well, go on. I'll answer to my best ability.
First off, how did the Steel Legion get started? You say you co-founded it. What was your reasoning behind it?
Urgently, it was just to help those in need, as well as protect those who were unable to protect themselves.
And when did protection turn into a merciless band of mercenaries?
When the original founder was murdered by one of his, let's just say, disciples.
Right.
He forcibly
when
took
you left?
control. Yes, it was. Once he started implementing his ideals, I did not agree with them. I stayed on to try and thwart as much as I could and save what I could, but unfortunately that was not long-lived.
And what ideals did he have?
He just wanted to conquer and control. And anything that stood in his way, he saw as an obstacle.
That does align with Steel Force.
Unfortunately, in today's day and age, it does.
And the people who were there when you were, how did they put up with the new leadership?
The ones that did not agree with it, they were either killed or managed to escape. And the ones that did agree are still there.
Right. How much experience do you have interacting with the Alliance of Force, then?
Not much. I was mainly very in my own research. A lot of my help came in with my research and all the experimentation I did. I wasn't really one that conversed with many people.
Right. And what can you tell us about the one they call Lord Ferrum?
That is the disciple that I told you of. Not much other than he's a bloodthirsty bastard who doesn't care for any life other than himself.
Right. And how big of a threat do you think he is?
Him personally, compared to you, I don't think he's too much of a threat, but he does have a lot of bodyguards. So I would be careful there.
And what about the rest of the Steel Force?
They are a force to be reckoned with. However, you might be able to deal with them, so they will slink back into the shadows for quite a couple decades.
And what about complete elimination?
I don't think that will be completely possible without taking out Lord Ferrum, but it is somewhat possible.
Right. What about Onicaster?
I know that they are trying to take that area for themselves and know that the leader will definitely not falter to any of their threats or demands. So they are more than likely going to attack it with whatever they have.
Do you know when?
Not entirely sure. But I take it it's more than likely going to happen by the end of this month.
I think I need to go home.
Oh, wait.
You're not much
Fuck.
of-
Aindale, sorry.
Alright.
Fuck.
Yes.
I was like, what?
My brain.
Why is the war
Sorry.
suddenly in
My
the
bad.
other city?
Okay, sorry. Rewind back. Sorry. I thought you meant Aindale. Onicaster, I'm not entirely sure. I do know that their leader has not been there for now almost a decade. She's gone missing from what we know, from what I know anyways. There are a bunch of nobles who side with the Steel Force, but I have a feeling that they are being used for their resources more than anything.
Yes.
And how much of a threat do you reckon they are?
Not too much of a threat. They are more on the side of money and contacts of a threat than anything.
Maybe if we
And-
could find out who those nobles were, and we could persuade them and make them see reason to not side with the Steel Force, that will A, save a lot of lives, and B, kind of cut the Steel Force off a bit.
That'll be something you have to do. I'm not one who knows anything about that.
We can discuss plans in a moment. I fully intend to. But the same question for Panoth and his people. How much of a threat do you think they are?
Them, I am not sure. I do not even know what he entirely is, let alone the kind of group that they are. In all honesty, I've never even seen them.
So, question. You are exceptional in your own way.
I guess you could say
apparently
that.
have contact with the gods themselves. How can we trust that you are no threat to this world?
Well, if I really wanted to, I would have created something that could have done anything that you're suggesting, wouldn't I?
And you still can, if you begin to feel like it.
Take it like this. I value life more than possibly anybody here at this table.
I mean, he's not wrong. Probably, like, honestly.
Fam.
If I really
Fair
wanted
enough.
to kill anybody, I would have no qualms just letting Kate's sister kill you. But unfortunately for your skepticism, I have a much larger conscience than that.
Well then, if you are to make up for your shortcomings and help us in bringing down the Steel Force? What is your plan of attack?
I will help in the ways that I can. That is to try and save as many of Cade's siblings as I can. However, if you want more on the side of fighting, I would suggest you speak to her yourself and convince her to assist you. She's possibly the one thing that's going to end up turning that in your favor entirely.
And I don't presume, with her connection to the Void, if I do speak to her in this manner, it's going to go terribly wrong?
No, you will be fine.
Right.
In any case, probably best to do that in the morning. Wouldn't want you having your head bitten off.
Looks mildly
She that
concerned.
unstable?
Unstable, snappy when it comes to her personal time. Your choice.
Right. And speaking of the Void, since you appear to be the expert, what do I do with a piece of the Void living within me?
You haven't got anything living within you. What has happened with you, from what I can tell, is more on the side of you've essentially how do I put this? You have absorbed some of its energies and molded it to be controlled by you. That is something entirely unique to you.
Hello.
Right. And is there a way that I can allow this to grow? Would it be dangerous?
It would be dangerous, yes, but you can. It would just take a lot of effort to control that.
What do you advise?
Take it slow if you are going to go down that route. Experiment in places that you're not going to end up hurting anyone else.
And what, in general, would I imagine would allow it to grow? Just
That
using
is
them?
something you will have to look from within yourself. It is not something I can actually explain. It's something that you have to experience for yourself.
Fine.
I am curious. You seem to wear that mask a lot, but is it... What is the exact reason for it, if I may ask?
He is quiet for a moment. He says, I've been told to wear it, and so I do. That is all.
Even against your own wants?
It is aligned with what I want. I fully understand why I would be wearing it.
Very well, each to their own. But if you ever want some assistance, don't hesitate to ask.
Assistance with what?
Anything you might need that I can possibly help with.
I'm just gonna roll insight for what he's even talking about.
on the side of healing, essentially.
Right. Perhaps.
So, will that be all?
For now.
I will not lie, I am quite tired after today. This is the most talking I've done with people in a long time.
Thank you for indulging us.
You are welcome. I hope that food was good. If you go into that room over there, I've left a couple of sweet treats for you.
He gets all like hee hee, like giddy, like yay, clap hands. I'm gonna go get dessert just now. Zooms to the kitchen, grabs I don't know, a bowl or whatever it is.
I would.
Zooms back to the table and puts it on the table.
They are
Before he would
macarons.
leave,
Yeah.
before he would have left, I would have asked where I can dump the remains, as I basically just drained the nutrients from it and didn't actually eat it.
There's a bin back in that room as well. You can just throw them there.
I go and do so as I go and throw the food that I basically drained of all its nutrients dry. And throw it in the garbage.
Looks at Valix, his plate with mild concern, but decides to eat the macaroons instead.
You just look at Valix's plate and it's just basically the food, but it looks withered and like
Triple.
gross. Yeah. Just like I did to that cat.
Like a very
Ray?
flaccid, wrinkly penis.
Goddamn.
Any cares?
Notice.
At least
She's
it wasn't a
gonna-
sausage, and it would have really been one, Ray.
That's
Goddamn.
sausage.
Eek.
That's
Kay's
sausage.
just gonna take out rations from his bag and just eat those instead. And just push the plate in front of him away.
Elmo's plate is clean.
Yeah, so soul. He's
After-
like, yeah, food.
After that, I would go to the room and start practicing fusing with my avatar again with the door closed, Ray.
Okay, you can go to your room.
Valikath still surprised no one has ever asked about the wording he's been using between the Steel Legion and the Alliance of Force. He's going to retire to his room as well.
But you do it mostly telepathically, do you not?
Well, yeah.
Like when you speak to him, so they're not going to hear it.
Yeah, we just assume you're doing telepathically.
No,
Yeah,
so
not
unless you
only
say to them
that-
directly, they won't hear it.
Not only that, I don't know how many of us would really care about your wording too much. Depending
It does.
if
No.
people trust. Well, no, because depending on if people fully trust what he says or not. Regardless.
Well,
It
no,
does
it's just that
vary from time to time whether he's only talking to one person or addressing the entire group. I would have thought that most of that was public speech, not all of it.
Oh well, you didn't specify, so we wouldn't really know.
And we assume you just do it
That's fair.
telepathically.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, we know you. We knew
telepathically,
you were doing
yes.
it telepathically. Yeah, but we just didn't know if you were doing it like one-on-one or like multiple.
hmm I just don't know if there's a quick and organic way of handling that.
But he can only speak to one person at a time telepathically, no?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I
So-
think
oh, yeah,
all of
I
us
guess-
just
yeah,
assumed that
so-
conversation was like a one-on-one, and they were all just like munching
Well,
their food.
yeah, because if it wasn't, he'd basically be talking in his head, then going around to each of us and filling us in what he said each and every time. Do you want me? Do I have to roll anything, Ray, when I try and do this, or no? I don't remember if I have to.
I will have you roll for it next session. Don't worry
Ooh,
about it
next
right
session.
now. Yeah.
Right, well, seeing as everyone is leaving, Kate is gonna take out the pistol and put it on the table, and just like wave his hands over it. It's gonna like glow in the green outline as a 3D blueprint pops up from magic, and he's just gonna like start inspecting the components and the abouts of the pistol as he tries to attune to it for the next hour.
Saul's gonna watch him and then just be like, he's gonna have like a little smirk on his face and then just be like, oh, no manners putting your weapons on the table. But like in a joking sense, like he doesn't actually care. Because he sees Cade's obviously interested in what he's doing and like, ooh la la, sparkle.
Did he say it out loud?
Yeah, but it's
Okay.
like he winks at you as he's like he's joking.
Well,
like he doesn't actually care that your weapon's on the table.
One, he does not look up from his pistol, and two, he raises his hand and flips you off.
He's then gonna he's gonna then like click his fingers and you're just gonna have like a shower of like cherry blossom petals over you as he like walks away because he's gonna prestidigitation just like flowers and smelling stuff over you. Like, bye-bye, bitch.
Wait, did anyone take Cade's plate?
I think Sol did.
No, you didn't.
Alro.
Nope, it's just there.
Yeah, it's just there.
Oh, can I say my void avatar takes it and just falls?
Sure, why not? Just yoink, mine now.
Saul's gonna give Elrol a half the macaroons as he walks past. Like, here you go, here's some sweeties.
Elrol thanks him, and then also goes to his room to just meditate with the swords.
Okay, so
Hey.
during the night, something while you're asleep, you feel like something in the room that was next to the library you were in is like calling to you throughout the night as you're asleep. Yeah.
Something in the room?
Something in that room is definitely calling to you. Cade, what are you doing?
Going to the room because I'm assuming this is going to be throughout the night, and you probably would have gone back to a room after you finished the tuning.
Yeah. Okay.
There we go.
Cool. Give me 2 minutes.
I just like the idea my avatar just brought the food with it and just ate the food itself after it fused with me. I wonder, since I become one with the avatar, if I eat something, does that mean it eats it as well?
Not if I wouldn't say if you not sharing like the same body, quote unquote, at the time.
So if I'm fusing with it, if I fused with it, and as I'm fused, if I eat something, does that mean it also eats what I eat?
I'd assume so because you're fusing, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god, this is canonly when your avatar really hates spicy food, but you really like spicy food, and you fuse and you eat spicy food and it gets snappy with you, or it eats non-spicy food and you're like, dude, what the fuck?
I mean, I eat living people and living creatures. I don't really think my character has much of a care for what it tastes like, since he just rips the nutrients from it anyway.
No, but your void avatar is
Valix is the I would like to devour the souls of the innocent. I'd like a bagel. No! 2 bagels! No!
It's sure it has soul cream cheese on it, though. I need some souls on it at least.
Meanwhile, the avatar's just like, give me a fucking bagel!
Please, just one bagel. That's all I ask.
Okay. You guys sleep through the night. Nothing happens.
Not yet. I have
Oopsies.
one more thing.
Okay, go ahead.
As Veliketh did take his food into his room, removed his mask, had some of it, and began to meditate and just see if he can identify what he can do with the absorbed void energy.
That will be Constitution check on that one, as well as an intelligence check.
Quick question, because I'm fusing with the avatar, I'm doing the meditative shit like I did last. He's at Constitution, I think intelligence you said for him, right?
Yeah. Okay, I will send that to you.
So since I'm fused and meditating or whatever with my avatar, do I have to roll anything, or is that purely for next session I have to roll? Or like, does anything happen as I'm doing this? So I should ask actually.
I will do that next session.
Okay.
And kind of just before Sol goes to sleep, he's going to like sit down nicely, probably get some dancing lights around him for the ambiance. And he's going to pray to Zeluna and ask her why she didn't give him a mark of hers when him and his family are like so like faithful to her and have praised her for prayed to her for so many generations, and that he doesn't want to do the bidding of a god that he doesn't know. Whether he gets an answer or not, don't know, but that's what he's doing before he falls asleep.
Okay. Well, what happened to you still happens. Cade, I'm guessing, is just going to sleep after tuning.
He's gonna put alarm up, of course, because yeah. And then he's just gonna lay in bed. Can't really sleep, but yeah.
Elro?
So Elrond is meditating with his scimitars, specifically the Void one, seeing as during the last fight we were cutting through magical constructs of the Steel Force. And just checking if there's a difference on it. And then after that, if there wasn't a difference, he'll go to sleep after the cleaning and the polishing.
Okay. No difference currently, so. Okay. As it goes morning, however, it still stays the same light level inside.
The fuck does that mean?
You're underground.
Artificial light
Underground.
intelligence. Artificial
Yeah.
light.
I think, well, being someone who doesn't need to sleep like full 8 hours, he'd probably get up at some point and kind of start making his way to the library, whether it's like morning, early morning, whenever.
Well, it was 11:30 at night when you guys went to sleep, so you've only been asleep for about 6.5 hours.
Doesn't he need? He only needs 4 though, doesn't he?
Yeah, so
Yeah. So he'd
4
be up
a.m. for you.
Cause I'm imagining it would be quite like a niggling feeling, so it's not something he'd like, I'll do it later after I've had my morning tea. It'd be more of a, I'm gonna go see. So yeah, I guess he would tippy-toe, just in a polite way, not in a stealthy way, in a polite way to just not make noise. Yeah.
Hey. I think most of you only need like 4 hours of sleep.
4 hours, yeah.
I need 6.
You need 6, you need 4.
Look at the
Valakos also needs 4.
non-4-hour person.
But
So-
I'm
I need-
awake, anyways.
Ian, did you say I need 4?
I think you only need 4, don't you?
Don't have a feature for it.
Oh wait,
Is
no,
it
yeah,
all?
you also need to sleep a normal. You need to sleep 8 hours.
Feels bad.
Yeah, it's only elves that sleep 4 hours, isn't it?
Yep. It's trance, so it's not technically sleeping.
Yeah, 4 hours.
I do.
So he also only needs 4. Do you need 4, Elril?
I'm half elf, not full elf.
Oh yeah, so I don't think you get. Yeah, you don't.
DM, do I
sleep
hear
for
with a
fucking
9?
8 hours. Sorry.
No, sorry, I spoke of you.
No?
DM, do I hear with a 19 someone walking the hallway?
Yes.
Okay. I probably can't discern who it is, but I do hear someone.
Pretty much.
Just checking.
Okay, so Elril and Valakos, you both are still asleep. Valak, you are up as well as Cade.
Okay. I'm just gonna
Kid
spend
is always
probably
in there.
another. Yeah, I'm just probably gonna spend another hour, a few more hours fused. Just
Okay.
why not?
And Cade, I guess you're not going to do anything.
I would like to attempt to cast Find Familiar,
Okay.
but I'm not sure if I need the spell components, because if I do, I'm probably going to have to go look for those. It's just
first level
10
spell.
GP of charcoal.
No. It's first level spell. Don't need.
Alright, now he's just going to cast Find Familiar.
Okay.
And just read the blueprints, inspect them, and that's pretty much all he's going to do.
Hey, Soul. Let's go back to you.
I guess in the library, get the vibe of where he was feeling, room next door kind of thing.
Yes.
And I'm assuming it would be like somewhere here,
Yeah.
through these doors. Can he open it?
Yeah, they're open. They're not
So
locked.
I have like we always got our hands smacked by other DM if we touch the door without asking. So I'm like PTSD
Yes.
conditioned. Can I touch the door?
They are unlocked.
Yeah, I think you'd like see. You'd
I
quietly,
can confirm they are unlocked.
quietly poke his head through and just kind of like have a little look-see.
Give me a second while I go yeet a certain person into the void.
No, not yet. I'm not ready for that.
Anyways, okay.
Let's wait until I can breathe oxygen or whatever they have in the void.
Shut up. Okay. Continue, Soul.
Yeah, well, I mean, he enters the room. What does he see?
Hey, in it, you see something you haven't ever actually seen before. Seems to be a circular device with long, protruding rods with balls on the end of them, each different colors, with the center having a ball that has a source of light coming from it.
What kind of source of light? Does it look like it's like artificial or like candle or like magical?
Magical.
What color is it?
Definitely a bright orangey yellow.
Can he try do like an Arcana check? Not that that's my strong point.
Sure.
I'm fucking around with my mouse. Not my strong point.
Man, I'm making this map look so much better, DM.
You're not sure. What the fuck are you doing? What the fuck?
Let's see.
I was wondering how long it would take you to notice.
Because I'm not looking at you!
You're not important enough.
What is this little thing down here? This thingy. Is it like a mini
It's
version?
the mini version of it. I'm gonna fucking disconnect you. Holy shit. Anyways, yeah, it's the smaller version of it.
Are there any like inscriptions anywhere, or is
Give me...
is the feeling like here, or is it like
No.
the feeling is okay.
Give me a wisdom check.
Man.
Click.
It's definitely something in this room, but not in the side that you're on.
Would he get more of a feeling if he went this side?
Yes.
And does it feel like it's more centered on this, or like if not, then he would like kind of start wandering like past the bookshelves and see if he could pick up on the feeling.
Okay, you can give me an investigation check.
Yes, intros, my strong point.
Oh,
Actually, it was my strong point.
You were saying?
In that specific moment, it was my strong point.
I love
But it
when
is
the
actually
dice
not.
play along. I really do love when the dice play along. Okay, as you're looking around, your hand bumps into something along the underside of this shelf. That seems to be almost like you can click.
A button.
Yes.
A press button.
Okay. As you press the button, the stone slab in front of you slides slightly open.
Just Lee puts his head through.
You can definitely see there's something there.
Does he get a feeling from it, like in a bad way or a good way?
Neither.
Like, is it like a ooh, I don't want to go there, or ooh, that's pretty?
Neither. You're
Okay.
not entirely sure.
Does it look? Does it look like anything? Does it look like portally? Does it just look
Yes.
swirly? Can I attempt another Arcana check to see if
Yeah,
we
you
can pick
can.
up what it is? I'm gonna hold on. I'm gonna use my magic shit.
Okay.
Where is it? There, that thing. What am I doing?
You're just re-rolling it.
There we go. Oh, oops! I was rolling the wrong thing. Well, better.
Hey, it definitely feels familiar, but you can't put your finger on it. But it's definitely what's calling you right now.
On. Is it, what color is it? Is it like the purpley color?
Purpley blue, white. I can only put one color as a fucking hue, so
Okay.
I can't mix colors, unfortunately.
Could he summon, he's gonna summon dancing lights and then he's gonna try send one through and then see if it comes back.
Yes, it does.
I'm just taken by it changing color.
There we go. I put 3 light sources and I just changed colors of each one to get a better effect.
brilliant.
Is it?
Hmm?
Is it starry at all, or is it just literally swirly
Yes.
magic? Okay.
That
I'd say
actually
his
looks really
curiosity-
fucking cool. I'm not
I'm,
gonna
I'm
lie.
actually trying to not look at it, because each time I look at it, I disassociate looking at it. I'm like, swirly.
Ooh, swirly.
It's swirly. What are they doing? Oh yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, as a player, I'm like, I want to touch it, but as a character, I'm like, he'd be like, suspicious.
I want to touch it.
Just want to see if there's anything else he'd do first. If he walked a little bit, if he took a few steps closer, does it change anything it feels about it? Or
Exactly the same.
and
Can't
this
put
room
your-
there's nothing else in this room except this.
Yeah.
And he's never seen anything like this before.
No, you have not.
Think out of childhood upbringing, he's gonna be like, Mom told me never to go through a portal. And alone. So he'd
Do it.
alone.
balls.
He's gonna fucking die.
No balls.
Can he see through it at all? Like,
No.
or was it just like? No,
What's
he'd
the worst
probably.
that could happen?
I don't know. I could be trapped in a little different dimension.
DM wouldn't kill you after going through a portal.
Hmm.
No balls.
And he doesn't get like a feeling of it's good or
Neither.
bad. You said. You know what? I wouldn't normally do this, but it is sort of in his character.
When the fuck did I say balls?
The balls on the twirly whirly thing.
Oh, shut up. Fuck you.
Oh, my baby. Oh, you're dreaming, my sweetheart.
Take it out of context.
Now, ooh.
Wow.
When I he'd go a bit closer, does it feel anything else change?
No. Oh, literally nothing.
Yeah, then I guess he'd kind of like stretch out a hand.
The hand
Or
goes
put his
through.
rather his staff. He'd put his staff through it.
Your staff goes through, nothing happens. But it does go through and doesn't show up on the other side.
And it comes back and it looks fine.
Yeah.
Like then he'd probably gingerly put his hand through, and then if nothing again, he'd kind of like step through it.
Okay. We're gonna
Even though his mom
pause on
told him
you.
not to do this.
The rest of you all wake up.
Been awake, but sure.
Yeah, I know, but others. So we're gonna pause on Soul for now. So, all of you wake up. What do you want to do? Let us start with top first, so Elrol.
Great stuff.
Okay.
All dead.
Yes, Elrol died. Valix,
Yes.
what are you up to?
I guess if nothing happens after, to my knowledge, after doing the fusion and like meditating and all that, then I guess I will defuse and exit my room.
Okay. Cade?
Kate's gonna walk out of his room with now what appears to be a lizard with 6 legs wrapped around his neck.
You know what I find fucking hilarious? And it wasn't even on purpose. You have literally just got a mini version of your father.
It wasn't on purpose.
I know, it was pure fucking coincidence. I shit you not. The fact that we both had a similar idea.
So, Kate looks very annoyed that this is what his familiar looks like.
I just find it hilarious that we both ended up having similar ideas and it fucking worked beautifully.
Yeah. So he just looks really annoyed now.
Okay, I'll create a token for it next session.
All
But-
good.
You've already posted what it looks like in the
Yeah.
handout or whatever it is, yeah.
It's a danger noodle.
Yeah.
Valix, you look like you're yes. Is this what you normally look like when you wake up?
What do you mean?
Just out of
Alex
character.
would just look like what? He has armor in his mascot.
Didn't you say you
No, he
refused to
unfused.
do it?
I unfused before I left.
Oh, okay. I didn't hear that part. Never mind then. I'm
Oh,
just.
Alex, that's some weird ass looking bedhead you got, bro. Wakes up as a demonic-looking human. Yeah, that's a weird-ass deadhead, bro.
I misheard what you said. I
Look,
thought
he
you were
was
so
just trying to be
easily-
nice.
I thought
Yeah,
you're so
yeah,
fused with the
yeah,
avatar. Okay, I
Yeah,
apologize.
yeah,
Red,
it's
red.
fine.
Just ignore myself. Just ignore me.
No,
then.
yeah,
Look,
it's fine,
even
you're
he
good.
knows some mornings make you want to fucking turn into a demon, okay?
Fair enough.
I know after dealing with us, you feel like you have to be a demon, don't you, Ray?
Yes. Okay. Belagath. You hear them talking in the hallway.
Mm-hmm. I eventually make my way out.
Oh, are you alive now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yee.
You're alive.
Barely, but we don't talk about that. Wait, does your world have coffee?
Yes.
Then no, I'm not alive yet. I haven't had my first cup.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So, you all do hear sounds coming from the main area where you guys ate before.
With Kate's massive intellect, you can also probably deduct the person who was hearing was Sol Yu then?
Yes.
Okay.
From early in the morning.
Right, well,
What?
Kate's not gonna say anything.
I heard my name, but I was looking at the pretty lights again.
Oh,
No. Kate heard you walk
Oh,
down the hall. So I was just saying he can assume it was you then, based on the people who was outside the rooms and you not being there.
hey.
hey, for all you know, he could be in the dining room.
You all noticed Calcus at the table currently messing with an interesting looking item. You're not entirely sure what it is because you've never seen one.
I would beg to differ, DM.
No, it's...
No.
You don't know.
So close to the one on my screen. Actually cocked.
It was cocked to my side.
Okay, 1 second, I'll tell you what it is now.
It's the dildo sword we were wanting.
No, so it's... It looks like a glass beaker filled with some brown powder that he is pouring hot water into.
Ah, okay. It's coffee.
You're making coffee.
He's using a siphon coffee. He's using a siphon coffee maker. Similar to that.
Coffee.
Errol's like, give me the drugs.
And you can definitely smell the
Drug?
aroma of coffee. But not a coffee that you've ever tried before.
All the better. New stuff is good.
Not always.
Give me the drugs.
That's
Yeah.
Listen,
After a
If it
while,
wakes me up-
he comes and brings each of you a cup and puts it by you.
Kate is gonna light a cigarette.
where is Soul?
She woke up early this morning and went somewhere. She's probably around here.
I'm not sure. I haven't seen her, unfortunately. I only woke up a little bit ago.
It's how long has it been, DM?
Just over 2.5 hours.
It's been 2.5 hours. I'm sure she's just in the library reading. There's nowhere else she can go, as you said yesterday. You need to show us how to get out in the first place.
True.
Yes. But this is Soul.
It's Snowflake. What trouble would he get in? Man, I keep.
That's the point.
I'm sure that
It's-
he has a decent danger awareness, right? Long
And
as
it's been 2 hours and he's not back yet.
Maybe he found an interesting book.
Maybe. I don't know. And dangerous things here really are needles and knives that can really hurt you.
Are I was gonna say, are those needles filled with bad substances?
No.
Or are they just crocheting needles?
If you're that worried, we can just go look for him. Or, we could sit here and he puffs his smoke, just wait until he shows up.
Okay. Well, I'm
Did,
sure they'll be fine. I didn't see the way out open, so they're probably somewhere in here.
Fine, I'll finish my coffee first.
Danger Noodle's gonna go and drink the coffee instead.
How? Get the hand out.
Danger jumps on the table and starts drinking the coffee. Huh.
If it touches my coffee, its head gets chopped off.
A lovely little thing.
I'm gonna look to Chalcus. What room does Soul have?
I believe she was the first one on the right. Down the hall.
Alex is gonna just get up and walk there to knock on the door.
Door's open.
Is it?
Yes.
Why can I not? There we go. I go in. Do I see anything abnormal?
Slightly messy bed. Otherwise, not much. The bag's still
Arcana?
there.
Can I do an Arcana check?
Yeah, you can.
Good at Arcana, correct? Yeah, I'm all right at it.
Nothing
Yeah, I'm all right at
other
it.
than the magic that powers
Really?
the
Damn.
light.
Even a 25. Holy shit.
No, it means there is nothing.
Oh.
Well,
He was just napping.
I mean, I was just doing like an Arcana to see if there was residue and energy left over. Oh well.
Calcus just looks at you a little familiar. Huh. What an adorable little thing.
I couldn't say the same, but it is what it is.
Well, you created it. Did you not?
It's how it's summoned.
I'm fighting words.
When it comes to things that people summon, it tends to take on a form that they are more attuned with or have a personal vision of.
Yeah, that
was
makes
yours.
things worse.
Look, I can't say anything for you, but you can have your own opinions. I am still going to help you regardless, even if you do decide to keep badgering me.
I'm glad you are aware of some things.
I'm aware of a lot more than you seem to realize. But I digress. Enjoy your coffee. I will be in the study for now. Until you need me.
I'm gonna go check the library.
Oh, come along. You just bring the familiar with you when it's done drinking the coffee.
Head into the study as well.
Oh, again, I guess Danger Noodle will follow us when it's done.
Danger
The
Noodle
one
said,
thing
"I'm drinking
I would
coffee."
think Valix would smell, I guess, in Soul's room is it would smell very faintly of honey, but like really faint. But it would be like noticeable compared to outside the room.
Why would I smell honey, and why am I smelling your room? Apparently,
You were in my room.
I'm not sniffing around your room like a dog.
No, but when you walk in, you would get a faint scent of honey. Like you just would
Okay.
because you're in a small room.
Sure.
Door always open?
I'm not sure. He closes the doors as he likes.
Yesterday we were in here, and as far as I know, that door wasn't open.
Was it locked?
I don't know. I don't just open doors.
No,
I
when
was
we were
raised
in
with
here,
some manners.
when we were in here, the door was simply closed. We didn't check. Well, I didn't check at least. I'm unsure if Soul tried, but we didn't know.
Okay. We are now going to go back to Seoul.
Yay! That means I get to go back to my phone.
Rude.
Pretty.
Okay, Seoul. So, you step through the portal, it is still behind you, into a place that seems to be surrounded by stars and orbs that almost look like moons.
Does it look like... Does it give different dimension vibe? Or does it give, like, just magic vibe?
You're not entirely sure.
Vibe check.
Vibe check. Are those moons different sizes?
Yes,
Are they different phases or just different sizes?
just different sizes.
Oops, shit, Rennie went the wrong way. I guess you tentatively walk forwards and kind of observe them in a way. If they're like, are they rotating or are they just hovering?
They're slowly turning, yes, but not much.
I can see it probably very, very slowly and hesitantly, like, start making his way to, like, the bigger one.
Okay, as you're walking up, a figure does come into view. It almost seems like a full person, but a lot of their body is blocked by the very long hair that streams down. This pure white. They are facing away from you and haven't taken any notice of you.
He'd probably be so startled he wouldn't actually know what to say. He'd just be like, oh, fuck. If he got like a little bit closer, could you get a feel from them? Like, do they feel like
They definitely feel familiar.
familiar? He should approach a little bit more and then he'd just like awkwardly clear his throat, like, excuse me.
What the fuck?
What? What did you do
Hello.
this time, Ray?
No, that was in character.
that's the whatever that is.
So this is a more feminine voice, but I cannot pull that off. How are you here? Where did you come from?
He's just gonna like point behind him to where the portal was and he'll say, "Through portal?"
How the hell did you find
Sorry?
one of these portals?
By mistake?
Okay, anyways, who are you?
I can let you know my name, but I can't let you have it if that's what you're asking.
No, I am not a fae. You can tell me your name.
That's what a
That's
fae
what
would
Fae
say.
usually say.
That's what a fae would say.
Yeah, I think that's what he's like. He's literally like, that's what Fae usually say. Well, you may know my name, but as I've said, you may not have it. My name's Solue. I'm sorry to
Oh,
barge in. May I ask your name?
hello, Sol. Well, I guess you would know me as Saloon.
His mouth is literally gonna do that, like, cartoon, like, drop to the floor vibe. Like, it's just like, and he's literally not even gonna, he's like processing. He's not even gonna respond to that. He's just staring at her with, like, his mouth open, like, what?
Saloon, goddess of the moon. You know, that one?
He's gonna, like, his mouth is gonna move, but, like, no sound comes out. Like, you can see he's just, like, he's, like, shocked. But, like, not in a bad way. It's like I'm probably still dreaming kind of shocked. But he's, like, literally doing, like, the mouth open and close like a guppy. But, like, no sounds coming out. And then eventually he'd, like, come back, like, get his composure, quote unquote. And then he'd just go into, like, a super deep bow, like 90 degrees. And then just say,
Why are you bowing?
I'm sorry, my lady of silver. I don't know how I'm here. I'm honored to be in your presence, and I'm sorry.
As you hear another voice come up that is definitely not her. It is a lot more masculine.
Okay,
Well.
okay. Enough of the party charades. I'm the one who brought you here, darling. Because it would seem that you are still ignoring the mortals who have decided to take you as their patron god.
Where's this voice coming from? Oh, there. I only tap back into Foundry now. I think he'd, like, when he hears this, he'd, like, immediately stand up straight, and then, what is the visual of this?
It is a very tall, pretty regally dressed, jackal-looking humanoid.
He's gonna, like, just out of, like, pure shock, like, jump a couple of meters to the side. Just be like, whoa, like, where'd that come from, kind of thing. And he's just gonna, like, stare at this new person with the same, like, confusion he had when Luna introduced herself to him.
You can immediately feel that, same pull that
God
is...
damn it.
So that, sigil that is on your staff is pulsating heavily now.
Hold on.
I believe you already know the answer to your own question, do you not?
You're the god Thalos, then?
Alice, yes.
I
One of
am
the
humbled
few
in your
gods
presence, sir.
who actively cares about those who are looking for answers. Unlike a certain someone.
You just see Saloon have this disgusted and offended face. I care.
Bullshit.
You haven't cared in the past 2 centuries about a single one of the mortals that you have decided to give your blessings to.
No, he's hot.
Understand that I did not fall for this person all those centuries ago, eons. Yet you have changed so very much.
she kind of just has this very sulky face.
Soul's just like, you know when you like have a child who's like looking between mom and dad arguing? He's literally doing that because he has no fucking clue what's going on.
Now, I take it you have questions.
Yes, maybe a few. I why am I here? I mean, I know why I'm here. I came through a portal by mistake. But I felt like I was called here, and I guess my first question would be, why?
That would have been me. Mainly, you deserve some answers, firstly. Secondly, you need to understand where your loyalties are probably better placed.
Oof.
Ooh.
And thirdly, I feel like you need a bit of help. It's not very often that I choose mortal, however, you seem to fit the bill a lot more than those who have come in the past few centuries now. So, as you know, I am Talos, god of storm and seas, as most of you mortals would probably know. However, due to my personal secrecy, most have forgotten that name. In any case, as you might have noticed, my wife here
He's gonna like choke on his own, like he's gonna breathe and then start coughing.
has not acknowledged your family, let alone any of those who have had her blessing for a very long time.
Oh, well, I understand. You know, gods and deities may be too busy to answer every whim of mortals.
Yeah, busy. I've been doing lots of things. Like, looking after their moons and stuff.
We both know that is bullshit. You sit up here playing your little games, hun. Do I have to remind you that if you are going to give these kind of blessings to mortals, that you need to actually check up on them? Due to your negligence, they are probably going to be eradicated.
What?
Yes.
Who?
I take it you have been having visions or dreams, have you not? Disturbing ones.
Had a vision or two. Yes, sort of. I thought it was stress.
Suffice to say, it is not stress. More edging on the side of your own blood is trying to warn you.
Sorry, I don't understand. What do you mean by that? Do you mean my family's heritage?
In a way, yes. So, due to your blessing being so haphazardly ignored and almost no check-in has happened in the past century or so, your blessing has almost now turned into more of a detriment or curse. And has spawned something that is currently hunting down any that share your blood.
He's trying to follow what he's being told, but he's really struggling. But at that point, when he says that something is hunting down like those of his blood, his face is immediately going to drop. You mean all the lunar sorcerers in my family are being
Yes.
hunted or something?
That you are correct of.
By what?
I am not entirely sure what form it has taken, or what it is called. From what I know, it is a beast of some sort that is directly tied to those of a blessing. And usually blessings that
Directly
have
tied
been...
to
Those of a blessing.
Okay.
And if that blessing has not been maintained correctly, one of these will usually spawn. Such as yours.
He's then gonna kind of like look at Selune as if he like needs confirmation of this kind of thing. He's like, what is he talking about?
She is just completely embarrassed. She is not looking at either of you. You know, that looking away, very guilty look.
Okay, so maybe the Moon Maiden has been too busy, like she says, and she hasn't been able to maintain this blessing. But she can just
He just has this
maintain
annoyed
it
look
now,
of,
right?
are you serious?
Well, I mean, now she knows there's an issue.
Unfortunately, there is nothing she can do now. This has happened before. We have tried fixing it, and it is not an option. The only option is one of your blood needs to deal with the creature.
Okay. Does it have to be me? I'm not really good at fighting.
You would be surprised. Out of your entire family, you're the one of the few who I have actually noticed. You're a lot
You just
stronger
mean
than
that
you believe.
You just mean that I'm the only lunar sorcerer of this generation, don't you?
No, there is two others. Both of them are kind of failures.
In my family, he kind of looks like a. Excuse me. Who?
Yes.
Who?
I believe they are very down the line cousins of yours.
Oh. That's interesting.
But
I want to find out who they are.
they're not very, impressive, to say the least.
Okay. It's kind of like, I don't know what I'm supposed to make of this.
So, I am going to give you a choice. You can keep that blessing as it will grow, the one that I have given you. The one that you inherited will still be there, however, it is nowhere close to a direct blessing from a god. Or you can continue to stick with just her blessing, which you inherited, and I can not interfere.
Why are you interfering, though? as far as I know from something that I kind of just read yesterday, that's not really what you do.
My reasons are my own, as is the fact that there are things that even you mortals don't seem to know yet.
Would knowing these things help?
Not entirely, however, it would open a door that you do not want to open right now. However, you will be meeting that door sometime in the future.
I see. Is my family okay, though? For now.
Most of them, yes.
What do you mean, most of them?
I believe... I think it was your mother who has recently passed from an illness.
He's just gonna go, like, white as a sheet.
Don't worry, she is now in a better place. You may even be able to speak with her once again in the future.
He doesn't answer. He's just like, he's completely like, whoop whoop now.
So, I will allow you to make your own choice.
Not now.
Very well. I will give you a week. When you have your answer, you will know how to contact me. As for you, we have a lot to discuss.
As Saloon just kind of retreats into herself again.
Bolt's just like staring at the floor. Like he is like not there right now. He's like not even hearing them argue with each other.
So this is what it feels like to be a child of divorced parents.
They're not divorced though.
Not yet.
They don't get. They've lived too long with each other to leave each other. It's at that point in life.
Okay.
Well then I guess I will leave. I want to go home.
Okay. You go back through the portal.
I think as he comes through the portal, it's not even like something he'd really be like that conscious of. But hold on, I need to find it. Where is it? No. But like kind of as he's like walking back, I guess, through to the ball's room, his appearance would like almost start to change in a sense, like his hair would start turning black and his eyes would go from like silver blue that is normal to like icy blue as he's walking. And mechanically I will change something.
Okay. As you walk down through the small little hatch, it closes behind you, and the portal that was in that room dissipates, and the wall is there's no longer any. There was an indentation originally where that door was. It's no longer there.
Oh, you mean in the wall?
Yeah. Auril and Cade, you come into the room to find Auril on the shelf here.
Elf on
I
a
didn't
shelf?
know.
Sorry, Soul
Elf
on the shelf.
There's an elf on the
You-
shelf.
You find Soul on the shelf. Soul on the shelf. Elf on the shelf. You find
This
an elf
is
on the
true.
shelf. What do you do?
Retreat and hope Santa doesn't punish me.
Didn't know you could change your hair colors in a library, but you do you, I suppose.
Are you alright?
He doesn't even answer at this point. He's just kind of like staring at the floor.
That's mildly alarming.
But like the closer you get, you just see this just like silent tears just like streaming down his face. But he hasn't said a word.
Hey. Hey, what's wrong? No, don't cry. We don't have enough emotional stability for crying.
Wow.
None of us are emotionally stable. Stop crying. He wouldn't. I don't think he wouldn't even answer. Like, Auril, he'd just like then just like kind of like hug him and just like sob into his shoulder. But like the usual like I guess like refreshing magical aura he'd normally give off now feels quite like it's not like cold and refreshing anymore. Now it just feels
Heavy.
yeah. And like very, very like opposite of that like happy
Solemn
vibe he used to give off.
Al will wrap his arms around Sol and just rub his back and just be like, "Hey, it's okay. I don't know what happened. I don't know why it was the library's fault, but it'll be fine."
It's the library's fault. How dare the books? The books hurt me.
I mean, I know some books make me
the
want
library
to
on
cry.
fire.
The books hurt me, Jesse. Help.
It'll be alright. Come on now. What happened?
Through very, very like choked sobs. He just managed to like utter 2 words, which would be like "mom" and "gone."
Oh.
Uh,
Oh. And then Al will just hold him tighter. So sorry. Go ahead. Bye. As long as you need.
Yeah, he'd probably just like stay there, like crying until like he's got a nice like wet shoulder now.
Owl's not gonna move. He understands where you're coming from. Wait, this is kind of rude of you, DM. Like, fuck you, sending the 2 people who just found out their mothers are dead, and you just bring the. Fuck you.
I'm sorry. I'm not sorry.
What do you have against Mom? God damn.
Like, what? Owl found out his mother died, what, a week ago? Cade's mother just fucking died. This is, yeah, no. Holy shit.
The anti-mom campaign.
Oh no. He doesn't want us to have mother.
It's not my fault a certain somebody technically never had a mother.
Excuse you.
He wants us to be motherless.
Yeah, pretty much. the motherless
Because motherless behavior is better than fatherless, okay? Shut up.
Excuse you, Demon. I've had 2 different mothers, both of which are personal.
God damn.
I've advocated you to kill my father, but you're not listening to me, so That's your fault.
He wouldn't be able to like for a long time say anything more than that. Like he'd just be like a sobbing mess.
Owl would just continue to hold him. He's not moving. I think at one point they'll both just sink to the floor and just have the
That's a little
little
crying
cuddle pile
puddle.
over there. Yeah, a little cuddle crying pile over there, but yeah, no movement.
Okay. We are going to end the session there.
Oh.
Ended on heartbreak.